EA Sports.
This field was home to legends like Bellino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Temple Owls taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick release by the QB. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Motion from the offense. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. What a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quickly complete.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
A first down for the offense. Give to Brown. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. The Brigade's celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Gonna let it fly. Ball in the air, intercepted. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes his connection. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. The corners are walked up tight. On second down, just keeps firing. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to power their way ahead. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Temple lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Offense set on 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field too using these angle routes. Nice play call.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Brown has it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The back goes in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. The 10. Touchdown Owls. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Give to Brown. Shakes off the tackler. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. It is a great equalizer. A way for the midshipmen to be competitive. Nobody did it better on the ground than Keenan Reynolds.
And we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the ball game because Navy obviously runs the football first, second, third. Then their fourth option might be to pass the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
They knock him down right there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Works the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Johnson looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Shoots it to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right down the middle. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Owls. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Navy offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Going up top on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the misfire, now on second down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And back to the air on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. He's going to bring it out from deep. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Back on the attack. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down.
Get set.
Using his legs, it's Graham. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a second down play.
Come on, set.
Now the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback adapting. At the 45 on his way. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Off play action on first down. Throwing right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Well, jet sweep pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll go to the fullback. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And it's a good choice because he gets it, but I think it's a good choice all the time. When you get towards midfield, you got to be aggressive. It's about scoring points. 4th and inches, I can get inches. I've worked on this. I've practiced this. Nice job by the offense. I like the aggressiveness.
Motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
Powers through the defender. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the fullback. Hit the afterburners, kid. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And the Owls line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback will audible. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Ball is loose. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Navy! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Turns it on in midfield.
Well, that's just on the defense, I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
The Owls are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Navy quick to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Off play action. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to run for it. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out, there he goes. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
And you're in a position to take the lead right now. You're in field goal range. Field goal is going to give you the lead. So let's go attitude downhill runs. Throwing the ball here, you risk taking sacks, you risk turning it over. You need plays that you can...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, midshipmen. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Johnson wants to throw it. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
2nd down.
Second and 10 after the previous play. These corners going to give them some space. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He wants a big play here late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Lowers those pads. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
To the ground with the back, fighting off the defender. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They'll run play action. Steps away to find some room. Got his man on the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Timeout, Temple.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Navy quick to the line.